Okay, so Daniel asks, do you underline or make notes on a passage? If so, which, 1, 2, or 3, meaning which read through, is the best read through to do that? So I actually don't. And what I'm going to say about underlining is when I was in university, I noticed that like some people took notes on everything in a book. Some people didn't take notes at all. I was one of those people. I never, if you looked at my textbooks from college, you would find like no markings in them at all. And they didn't help me. I found it was this distraction to underline stuff or to make notes. Other people, clearly it helped because they had very good grades, and I highly doubt they were doing something like useless that took them a long time and it was not helping them. So I think some people just like get more out of underlining than others. Though what you've got to remember is when you're underlining in a textbook, that underline is going to, you might look at that textbook like 2 months later before the exam, and that underline is going to help you like, oh yeah, this was the important part. But this passage is, you're only spending 10 minutes here. And you need the information in your head. The underline in a college textbook is designed to help you get the information in your head when you look at it the second time and then go prepare for the exam. Or maybe if it's an open book, to have the information quickly. But that same purpose doesn't apply necessarily on reading comprehension. What I found for a lot of people is that notes can actually, they focus on doing notes rather than focusing on understanding. It can be like a comfort tool. I'm not saying don't make notes. I'm just saying ask why you're making notes and see if they're actually serving a useful purpose. For example, some people will underline words like however and but in order to focus attention on them and find those transitions again, which is fine. Some people get distracted when reading a passage, so they underline a few keywords to stay focused. That's also fine. I personally never had like attention issues, but if you just will start daydreaming and underlining helps, go for it. But I couldn't say like which read is the best read through to do it. I would say instead like, test, see if the notes are helping and which one is better. Probably the later ones might actually be better depending on, like if you were getting a better understanding later on, you may know more what to underline through a later reading. So I would think that's the case, but that's the thing that you would test by like doing it multiple times, like trying it on different passages. I would also suggest fewer notes. Like when I look at people that are scoring 170 plus and getting very high reading comprehension scores, they tend to make fewer notes than the others. I can't say this is causing their success, or if maybe, based on higher reading skills, they don't need to make notes. But if you want to emulate what high scorers do, fewer notes tends to be the rule. Like, Lucas, do you take notes when you do reading comprehension? And one thing people can also do is just like write down the purpose of each paragraph by the paragraph. This can actually, like, just a few words, like 3 or 4 words. This can help actually because, like, usually I find writing something improves your recall of it. So that can be another effective thing to do. But in general, I'd be wary about doing too many notes. Lucas says she doesn't take notes either. When I talk to tutors, like, very few of them do, and most high scorers don't. But some do. So I'd say based on your inclinations and what you actually, like, sort of subjectively feel it's helping or not.